Okay, so now we're going to do number 31, which is about different containers to hold tennis balls. So our first container is a cylinder that's over here, okay, and that's what we typically see tennis balls in. And the other one is a cone, and we're just going to see if maybe the cone will actually be a better way to hold the tennis balls with less wasted space inside of the can. So what we need to do is figure out how much empty space is in this cylinder. So that's all this space that's just on the edges where the spheres aren't taking up any space. Okay? So the only way we can do that is by finding the volume of the cone, finding the volume of the cylinder, and then subtracting the volume of the 3 spheres. Okay? And then that will give us all the empty space. I'm going to write this up here. So first, we need to find the volume of the cylinder, which, don't forget, that's pi r squared times height. So we have 3.14 times the radius squared. In this case, our radius would be this distance, which is half of 2.75. I don't know that off the top of my head. Let's see. That is, give me a little bit more space. That is 1.375. Alright, so then that's going to be squared. And then we times that by the height, which is right here. That's 7.75. Okay, so now we just do those calculations. So 3.14 times 1.375 squared, and then times 7.75, and then we get 46.0083 on and on. So I'm going to round that, so it's about 46.01 cubic inches. So there's the first part of our answer. That's for the cylinder. So I'm going to write that down over here by the cylinder. Okay, and then you can pause, make sure you have this copied down, otherwise I'm going to erase it. Okay, now I need to find the volume of the spheres. I have 3 spheres. Now we're going to assume that all these little tennis balls are the exact same size, okay? And so we're going to use the formula pi times 4r cubed, and the whole thing divided by 3. So 3.14 times 4, and then times the radius cubed. And in this case, that radius would be here, which is 1.25 inches. So 1.25. And then we have to divide that whole thing by 3. Okay, so let's do those calculations. 3.14 times 4 times 1.25 cubed. And then we divide the whole thing by 3. And we get 8.177. Continued on. So we're going to round that. So 8.18 cubic inches. Now that's just for one tennis ball, but we have 3, so I need to times this by 3. So 8.18 times 3 is 24.54 cubic inches. So there's the second part of our answer. So I'm going to erase some stuff on it. You can go ahead and pause it and make sure you have it copied down. Write this over here. 24.54 cubic inches. Okay. Now me finish erasing this. Okay. Now what we need to do is take the cylinder, 46.01 cubic inches, and subtract the spheres, the tennis balls, so 24.54. Okay, subtract those, 46.01 minus 24.54. And then the wasted space is 21.47 cubic inches. Okay, so that's all the wasted space. Alright. So I'm going to write that over here so we remember. Because we're still not at the final answer yet. Still need to find how much wasted space is in that cone. So I'm going to erase all this. And we're going to move on to the cone. So we're going to do the cone and then minus the 3 spheres this time. Okay, and don't forget your cone formula is pi r squared h divided by 3. So we'll have 3.14 times the radius squared. Now on this one, the radius would be this distance here, which would be half of 5.5, and that's 2.75 inches. So 2.75, and then times that by the height, which is right here, okay, 5.5, and divide the whole thing by 3. So I'm going to type that into my calculator. 2.14 times 2.75 squared times 5.5, divide the whole thing by 3, and we get 43.53 cubic inches. Okay, so there's the volume of the cone. There's kind of our first answer. You can go ahead and pause this. Otherwise, I'm just going to rewrite this and erase everything I don't need. So 43.53 cubic inches. And I'll erase the rest. Alright, now we're going to move on to the spheres. So if you notice, these spheres are the exact same. Now I already erased my answer, so I don't really remember. So I'm just going to do it again. So our sphere is pi times 4r cubed, all divided by 3. So 3.14 times 4 times the radius cubed, which will be the same as before, 1.25 inches. And then we'll divide the whole thing by 3. So 3.14 times 4 times 1.25 cubed. And then we'll divide it by 3. So we have 8.177 which rounds to 8.18 cubic inches. That's only one tennis ball, but we need 3. So 8.18 times 3. And that's 24.54 cubic inches. So there's kind of the second part of our answer. I'm going to write that down over here so I don't forget it. You can go ahead and pause and make sure that you have everything that you need copied down. So 24.54 cubic inches. Alright, and then our last step is going to be subtract those. So 43.53 minus 24.54. Type this in the calculator. And that's 18.99 cubic inches. Okay, you can stop there, pause it. Otherwise, I'm going to erase. Okay, so now we know how much wasted space we have inside both of these containers. So if this company is going purely off of which one wastes the least amount of space they would want the cone. Okay, so the cone has the least amount of wasted space. Okay, and usually they take other things into play, like they'll usually bring in, is it stable on a shelf? Like the can will probably be able to stand up better than the cone. They'll probably be more likely to stack the cylinders than the cones. Okay, but if all they're going off of is they want the least amount of wasted space as possible, then this cone is the way to go. Okay, and then if you want to see the other questions from your homework, go ahead and watch the other videos.